How to break up with someone without hurting them. Breaking up is one of the hardest human experiences no matter which side of the equation you're on. And not just for you and your beau, but also for all parties involved like family and mutual friends. How to break up with someone without hurting them can be the hardest question to answer, because other people's feelings will always confound us. According to a New York Times article, everyone's breaking up, but nobody's bitter. What's going on? 2023 is the year of the celebrity split, with dozens of notable actors, singers, and reality stars announcing a breakup, separation, or divorce. But these high-profile couples are abiding by the golden rule of the schoolyard. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. So how do you end a romantic relationship peacefully without making the person feel like they were a huge mistake in your life? Let's find out. You might figure out the nicest way to break up with someone, but they will still feel sad or hurt by your decision. Unfortunately, there's no such thing as a clean break from a relationship. Ending a relationship on good terms is essential to minimize emotional pain and preserve mutual respect. Having the breakup conversation in person, when possible, is often the most considerate and respectful approach when you're working out how to break up with someone without hurting them. Here are some reasons that an in-person breakup conversation is preferable when you want to end a relationship peacefully. 1. In-person communication allows you to pick up on nonverbal cues, such as facial expressions and body language. 2. Such conversations can be conducted in a private and intimate setting. 3. Face-to-face conversations are direct and clear. 4. In-person breakups often provide a sense of closure. 5. Conducting the conversation in person shows respect and empathy for your partner. However, it's important to consider individual circumstances. In some cases, an in-person breakup may not be safe or practical, such as in long-distance relationships or when there's a history of abuse. In such situations, it may be necessary to choose alternative methods such as a phone call, video chat, or text while still prioritizing sensitivity, respect, and kindness. Breaking up with someone over text is generally not the most ideal method, as it can come across as impersonal and hurtful. However, if you believe that an in-person or phone conversation is not safe or possible, as in breaking up with someone long distance, and you need to resort to a text message breakup, you can do so with as much empathy and kindness as possible. Here are 10 golden rules on how to nicely break up with someone. Number 1, make sure it's what you really want and not something that can be worked on. A study states that the top 5 reasons for breakup are incompatibility, no feelings left, bored, cheating, long-distance relationship, and family did not approve. Is your reason one of these as well? It's crucial to make sure that separation is the right decision and not something that the two of you can work on. Breaking up with your girlfriend or boyfriend for the wrong reasons is a huge mistake to say the least. However, if you tried to make the relationship work, but it didn't, don't regret your decision. Deciding to end a romantic relationship is a personal and possibly life-changing choice that depends on individual circumstances, feelings, and priorities. But here are some possible reasons to end a relationship peacefully. 1. People break up because lack of trust can make it difficult to maintain a strong connection and has an adverse effect on your self-esteem. 2. Constant conflict can create a toxic environment causing more pain in the long run. 3. Incompatibility can make it challenging to sustain a healthy relationship. 4. Abusive behavior is never acceptable and should be a clear signal to end the relationship. 5. Infidelity is a very valid reason for ending a relationship as well. Remember that the decision to break up with someone is a monumental one and should not be taken lightly. Seek advice and emotional support from trusted friends, family, or a therapist to help clarify things for you and ensure that your decision is well-informed and in your best interest. It may be confusing, but that's our guideline on how to break up with someone you love without hurting them. Number 2, to end a relationship peacefully, avoid dragging things out. It feels impossible to look your partner in the eye and say something like, "I feel like we're just dragging things out. I think we should go our separate ways." But when a breakup seems imminent, it's crucial to have the breakup conversation as soon as possible. Don't keep a relationship on life support, despite knowing it's time to let go. Dragging out a breakup often leads to prolonged emotional distress, confusion, and can be profoundly damaging to your mental health. Avoid getting caught up in an endless loop of asking yourself, "How do I break up with someone I still love?" Perpetuating false hope creates an emotional roller coaster for your partner, who may cling to the belief that things will improve, only to experience deeper disappointment when the eventual breakup occurs. Remember that it's not possible to end a relationship without upsetting your partner. It's far kinder to be upfront and honest about your feelings and intentions. Try to think of it like ripping off a Band-Aid. Easier said than done. Many feel that this is the hardest part of a breakup. But try your best. Number 3, be as honest as you can, but also as gentle as possible. You might be asking yourself, how can I break up with someone I still love? One of the key points in how to nicely break up with someone who loves you is to offer clear reasons for your decision without resorting to hurtful or accusatory language. After all, the objective here is to avoid hurting the other person's feelings as much as possible. Here's how to achieve that delicate balance. 1. Avoid blame. Instead of blaming your partner for the problems in the relationship, focus on expressing your feelings and how the dynamics between you have affected you. 2. Use examples. It can be helpful to provide specific instances or examples of the issues that have led to the breakup. 3. Focus on incompatibilities. Instead of making it about personal flaws or shortcomings, frame the conversation around fundamental incompatibilities or differences in your values, goals, or lifestyles. 4. Express your needs. Discuss how your needs and expectations in the relationship are not being met. 5. Listen to your partner. While you're providing specific reasons for the breakup, remain open to your partner's point of view and don't speak over them. Being specific about the issues in the relationship while maintaining a non-blaming, non-judgmental tone is crucial. This approach enables you and your partner to have a more constructive and respectful breakup conversation, making it easier to move forward, even though it's a difficult and emotional moment. It's effectively the nicest way to break up with someone. Number 4, be prepared for their reaction and avoid being reactive in turn. A breakup is an emotional and often unexpected event for the person on the receiving end. How your partner reacts can vary widely, so it's essential to be emotionally prepared for various responses. It is an uncomfortable situation, but is unavoidable. Here's how to break up with someone you love without hurting them. 1. Anticipate a range of emotions. When you break up with a guy or a girl, they may react with a variety of emotions, including shock, sadness, anger, confusion, or disbelief. 2. Try to stay centered. Regardless of their reaction, it's important to remain calm and empathetic, and not get as emotional as your partner. 3. Give them space to express themselves. Encourage your partner to share their feelings and actively listen to what they have to say. 4. Avoid invalidating the other person's feelings. While you may not share the same emotions or perspective, it's important not to invalidate your partner's feelings, which are raw and vulnerable. 5. Set boundaries. It's essential to set and maintain healthy boundaries, ensuring the conversation remains respectful and safe for both. 6. Offer reassurance. If your partner expresses fear or concern about the future, Reassure them that they will find their way through this challenging time. Being emotionally prepared for your partner's reaction is a crucial aspect of breaking up with someone. Remember that everyone processes emotions differently, and understanding and empathy can go a long way in helping both you and your partner navigate this emotional transition. Number 5. How to break up with someone without hurting them. Focus on your own feelings rather than their shortcomings. When it comes to the delicate process of breaking up with the love of your life, it's vital to center your communication on your feelings. This way, you can make the breakup conversation more compassionate and respectful. Expressing sadness, disappointment, or a sense of incompatibility allows you to share your perspective without pointing fingers. For example, saying, "I feel that our connection has diminished over time," is more constructive than making accusatory statements. Focusing on your feelings during a breakup conversation also shows vulnerability and authenticity. It's an acknowledgement that the decision to end the relationship isn't about assigning blame, but rather about recognizing that your emotional needs and experiences have evolved. By highlighting your feelings, you invite your partner to connect with your experience on a more personal level. It encourages open dialogue, where both parties can share their emotions and, in turn, work toward mutual respect, understanding, and healing. This is often overlooked when you're figuring out how to break up with someone without hurting them. Number 6. Avoid sending mixed messages if you want to break up with someone without upsetting them. One of the critical aspects of a soft breakup is clarity in communication. Mixed signals can cause confusion, false hope, and extended emotional turmoil. This could be the hardest part of a breakup because you may feel tempted to soften the blow by making false promises. But here's why it's essential to be clear and consistent in your communication during this difficult time. 1. Emotional ambiguity is never appreciated. Mixed messages make it challenging for both of you to move on. 2. You risk prolonging the emotional pain and uncertainty for both you and your partner. 3. Sending mixed messages can lead to diminished trust and make it harder for your partner to trust your words and intentions in the future. 4. A breakup should provide closure and allow both you and your partner to process your feelings, heal, and move forward. None of this is possible within vagueness or inconsistency. 5. Clarity in communication also respects your partner's boundaries. Number 7. Listen to your partner and show that you understand them. This is one of the key lessons in how to break up with someone without hurting them. When you break up with someone, you're essentially closing a chapter on a significant part of both your lives. Listening to your partner's response is important. Here's why. 1. It allows them to have a voice in this decision. 2. It's an opportunity for them to share their feelings and thoughts, which can provide valuable insights into their perspective and experiences within the relationship. 3. You get to apologize for any harm that you caused them. 4. By actively listening, you validate your partner's emotions, showing that you respect their right to feel the way they do. Whether they express sadness, anger, confusion, or acceptance, it's essential to acknowledge their feelings as legitimate. 5. This validation can offer them a sense of closure and can be a crucial step in the healing process. 6. Listening to your partner's response is a chance for both of you to gain insight into the impact of the relationship and the reasons for its end. This understanding can help both of you move forward with greater clarity and acceptance. Even if the breakup is painful, this empathetic listening can create a sense of respect and dignity in the way you part ways. This is an important tip on how to break up with someone without hurting their feelings. Number 8. Offer as much support and kindness without giving in. When ending a romantic relationship, it's essential to provide support and kindness to your partner, as it can greatly affect their emotional well-being and the overall experience of the breakup. Breakups are emotionally taxing. In this challenging phase, offering empathy and compassion can look like this. 1. Beyond emotional support, offering assistance in finding resources for healing can be invaluable. 2. Thanking them sincerely for the good times while sticking to the breakup paves the way for an amicable transition and a more peaceful breakup period than you'd imagined. 3. How you treat your partner during a breakup can leave a lasting impression and preserves the positive memory of the relationship. 4. It helps in managing your own emotions too, as supporting your partner with kindness benefits your emotional well-being. Number 9. Respect your partner's boundaries as they grieve the relationship. Respecting your partner's boundaries during a breakup is a fundamental aspect of handling the situation with dignity and consideration, especially when you don't want to unnecessarily cause your partner to feel hurt. It acknowledges their need for space, autonomy, and self-care as they process the end of the relationship. For a less tumultuous breakup experience, avoid staying friends with them until after they've processed the breakup. Individuals often need time and space to reflect, heal, and process the 7 stages of grief after a breakup. Respecting their boundaries means giving them the personal space and freedom to do so without feeling pressured, judged, or intruded upon. Disregarding boundaries can lead to unnecessary conflict and tension. This can further complicate the already challenging process of ending a relationship. Respecting your partner's boundaries helps to minimize the potential for misunderstandings. This is crucial when you're learning how to break up with someone without hurting their feelings. Number 10. A soft breakup entails remembering to take time for your own healing. While much of the focus during a breakup is understandably on providing support and kindness to your partner, it's equally essential to seek your own strength. Here's an expanded perspective on why self-care is crucial when you're trying to break up with someone without upsetting them. 1. Emotional coping. Breakups are emotionally taxing for both parties. Seeking emotional support for yourself through mindfulness or people, hobbies, or fitness allows you to cope with your emotions and process the grief. 2. Self-care. During a breakup, it's easy to become so consumed with providing emotional support to your partner that you neglect your own needs. 3. Perspective and guidance. Talking to friends, family, or a therapist can offer you valuable perspective and guidance. 4. Empowerment. Seeking your own support empowers you to navigate the breakup with strength and resilience. Ultimately, the 10 rules presented in this article not only offer guidance on how to nicely break up with someone, but also remind us that love, in its various forms, is marked not just by its beginnings, but also by its endings. By approaching the end of a relationship with empathy, integrity, and kindness, we honor the moments shared and pave the way for the possibility of new beginnings, both for ourselves and our former partners. In the realm of love, parting can be a path to personal growth and transformation as long as it's done with care and respect. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.